I'm being spontaneous. Happy Saturday. I'm being so spontaneous. I want to invite you to, I'm clicking on inviting a few people because I'm just a little like annoyed. If you're watching, hello. Okay, this is the deal. I want to respond to something that I saw from another group. Now, I don't typically go into other Facebook groups and make comments. Every now and again I do. It's very rare. I don't need that kind of marketing, and this is something that I teach you. And this is the deal. I was in this group and someone posed the question about, what's the difference between, why would a therapist, this was the gist of it, why would a therapist want to become a coach? And there's the same person who always has like this horrible negative answer. I know you know her. Negative Nelly. I'll just call her that. Debbie Downer, Negative Nelly, whatever you ever want to call her. Why this is so important for you to get is, there are always, this is your question. This will be your question. I know it's your question. And if you're on here, or say, hey, Mary, I'd love to see you. And if you are watching the replay, I want to know what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts on this concept of, should I become a coach? Are coaches really real? Do coaches make money? I don't know whether I should really do this. This is scary. And every time I see these kind of comments about, whether I should or shouldn't, or whether I should or shouldn't, or, what about somebody else, or is it too saturated? Let me share it, ready? So as a very successful life coach and business coach, so let's just skip the business coach piece. This is why. There are people who are like, oh, you make money, Mary, telling people how to run a business. Well, true that. I do that. I teach them the skills that I have used to have a very successful life coaching business. And the truth is, most of us in grad school are not taught how to market ourselves. As therapists, frequently we are taught that we can get on insurance panels, that we can sign up for Psychology Today. It's very passive marketing. It's very passive. When you own your own business, you need to be proactive in your marketing, which means you're the face of your business. And if you don't know the nuance and the skills on how to market, it doesn't matter whether you're marketing private practice, dog clipping, how to be a coach, any of that. You must learn the skill. So this woman always has this negative, like, I've talked to so many people who have tried coaching before and not succeeded. I always want to, and I never do this because I don't want to get into a pissing match in someone else's Facebook group. The truth is, it's like, how many people is that? Because I talk to like thousands of people. I talk to thousands of people, not just my own clients who are therapists and mental health providers, or historically, whatever industry that I help them become a coach. But also at my level, I talk to other successful coaches in all coaching arenas, not just business coaches, like wellness coaches, relationship coaches, dating coaches, family coaches, like parenting, like all of this. Hi, Molly. Hey, Marissa. And what is sickening is that this is the reason why I'm just on a rant here. Until you really get that you have to stop listening to the opinions of other people with whom you would not trade lives, which includes me. You don't want a life like me, then you're in the wrong group. You need to go along, Sally, right? I am like, stop taking opinions and input from people that, one, are uneducated about our industry as coaching, two, are in the finger pointing phase, those coaches. 3, listen, and most important, listen to yourself. Decide as a grown-ass adult woman what you want. I mean, it may not be a life coaching business. It may not be a parenting coaching business or a wellness I don't know, but it doesn't even matter. Like, stop asking for everybody else's opinion about what you should do or why, things are what. Now, this woman who asked the question, she just posed it very genuine, like, hey, what are some of the difference between, if you're a therapist, why do you do coaching, et cetera, right? That was her true feedback, which I know I get at that all the time. It's about being conscious and careful about how you interpret people's responses. Because this woman went on there and she was like, everybody's bragging about how much money they make, which I talk about how much money I make, even as a life coach. I don't even need to talk about my business coaching stuff because I want you to know it's possible. I tell you how much money I made as a therapist too, how much money I made at Johns Hopkins, like all of these things. It's so critical for you to choose. Are you a woman who wants to be successful in any of these ventures? So this is the thing. It's like, oh, it's saturated. The market is so saturated. That's always the biggest cop out of anything I've ever heard when people say stuff like that. It's such bull. It is not saturated in any business when you're good at what you do. Actually, on my website, it says there is zero competition when you own your value. You have zero competition. So this whole concept that there's all these life coaches out there, if you're worried about all these coaches and all these life coaches and all these relationship coaches, you're focusing on the wrong thing. You need to be focusing on your ideal client. You need to be focusing on a woman who's going to be able to pay you. Yes, competition is validation. You need to let that go. You need to be focused on the woman who's sitting somewhere on a Saturday morning, talking to her best friend, wishing she could find you, the woman who has a solution for her. Don't listen to these other people. There are other people who teach like how to build a business out there. There are other life coaches. I'm a life coach, the regret-proof life coach method. I'm 52 years old. I've been a therapist for 20 years and coach for almost 10. It's like, I know what I'm talking about. I just need to be a little bit ahead of other people. And I like what Marissa said, competition is validation. So if there are other people, more like what she's saying, right, is if there's other people doing the thing that you're saying you want to do, whether you want to be a cat groomer, a dog walker, an ice cream maker, a carrot cake baker, a life coach, a relationship coach, a stress management coach, like a leadership, like whatever the hell it is, if there's other people doing what you're doing, then people are paying for it. So it's not about, it's so saturated. It's about you learning the skill of how to watch your mindset, how to be a woman who's going to make shit happen no matter what. How to be that first. You have to be that first. If you're the non-follow through person, that's okay. That's how you've been. That doesn't mean that's your future. You have to have that mindset, that thinking, that like prosperity, that like, yes, no matter what, I'm committed for going to my goal. You have to have a plan. You have to have a plan of action. How are you going to market? Who are you going to market to? What are you going to sell them? Do you know how to sell? How are you going to learn these things? And then you have to have systems. You have to have like, I'm all about automate, delegate, eliminate. All about systems. Why? Because I only work 3 days a week. I coach 3 days a month. I want to have a freedom lifestyle, which for me means I get to do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. And I want the income to come in that allows me to do that. You can do this too. If there's even one other Sally Joe in the world who's making money as a life coach, you can do it. This is what gets me. I know I'm going around. It's always people, and I honor you. I honor that, like, am I enough? Can I do that? You know why you think that? Because you have ethics. You have caring. You're in my group and you're in this world of like helping people because you want to help people. It's normal. It would be normal for you to think like, God, I hope I can help people. Why are you turning this into a bad thing? Why are you internalizing like, oh God, I hope I can help people? Probably you can because you're in the helping industry. You probably already have checked that box. You're a helper. Like, let's move through that. Next is, how do I build a business? How do I track my ideal client? How do I figure out what to package? How do I price things? Let me teach you right now. Boom. You want a simple way to sell something? A 90-day package, $1,500. Start with that. Coach them 3 days for 3 months. That's 9 sessions. Make them 30 to 45 minute sessions. Sell a couple of those. Have those clients be able to reach out to you, get paid up front. It's a different world, girls. It's a different world. My life coaching package is $5,000 for 90 days. People freak out at that at first. And then I'm like, okay, well, What's it like for you to have a better marriage, more confidence, feeling better about who you are? Are you going to make more money? Are you going to have more confidence? Are you going to ask your boss for a raise? Are you going to tell your husband, like, this is the way it is? Are you going to have a better relationship with your children? Are you going to stop drinking, stop smoking, stop overeating, stop overspending? Like, what's that worth to you? When I talk about like how much I charge, what the rates are for my business consulting. If you can learn how to make $100,000, $200,000, $20,000 a month, $5,000 days, what would it be like in your world if you had a $5,000 day? How much are you willing to invest in yourself to learn this skill? So don't listen to these Debbie Downers, like I said in this other group, in case you just, like, don't listen to that. Listen to the possibilities. Listen to the possibilities and live from that space. Move in the world through that space. That's like saying, why have children? Oh, there's so many children. I mean, and there's people that say that, right? With population, no one should have any more children. Nobody should have, nobody should get married because the divorce rate is like 63% now. Why bother getting married? Why bother getting married? Why bother going to school? Why become a gynecologist? There's a lot of gynecologists. There's a lot of like veterinarians on every corner. Please, my friend, you are in charge. Be 100% responsible for your outcome of your life. Watch those people who are like, I know someone who, oh, there's this, this industry, like, ask me anything. I'm an open book. I'm an open book. I am the one that's saying, ask me anything. I will tell you, because I don't want you to listen to those other people who are like, because I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. You can do this. Have a good rest of the Saturday.